Boy, do I have a treat for y'all today. Today I'm going to show you a preview of our new social media posting feature inside Review Harvest, where we can automatically post your 5-star reviews onto your Instagram and Facebook as stories and posts. So if you've ever used a tool for posting your reviews automatically onto social media before, you probably are aware that they're pretty basic, right? Most of the other softwares and platforms out there just post a link to the review with your logo, or they just post the same photo over and over again, or sometimes they'll post reviews that are just like great work, right? Like it'll be a 2-word review and it just says great work. Like you probably don't want to post that review, right? You know, it's cool to automate and it's kind of nice, but you really probably, for you to post those and be cool with it, you kind of have to like not really care about your social media that much, right? And so what I've always told people is like, hey, if you care about your social media and you care about the way it looks and you really want it to be particular and you want it to look good, these probably aren't the best posts for you, right? It's just like posting reviews. But today, that has changed. We have put together something that is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Our team has done a great job working on this, so you can have a flexible editor, you can change certain things that you want to change, you can create a bunch of templates for stories and for posts. And at the end of the day, these posts should be things that you're proud of now. These should be things that you love, and you love to log into your Facebook or Instagram and see that you have a beautiful social media post scheduled out. And just to show you what I'm talking about here, you can see this is another review software. When they get a new review, it just kind of posts the link to the review. It's like, it's cool, but do you really want to just be posting your logo and the link to review over and over again? So what I'll show you today, I think you'll be very, very excited about. So let's dive in. So when you get here, you'll see 2 options to connect to Facebook and Instagram account, right? So it's going to be important that these accounts are business pages. You cannot automatically create posts on personal pages. And so this will allow us to automate that posting if you like to, and kind of schedule it out on the back end. So they need to be business pages, but you'll just click on connect. You'll connect your Facebook to Instagram, and then you'll be good to go there. The second thing is you want to choose your posting schedule. So we have complete flexibility over when you want to post a story, when you want to post a feed post, and what time of day you want to do it, right? So let's say I want to post a story Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we'll take the weekends off. I only want to post on my feed on, let's say, Wednesday and Saturday. And you can see you can change the timing, so you can post whatever time of day you want to post. And then you get to choose whether you want to automatically post or whether you want to turn on manual approval, right? So auto posting, basically you'll set your templates and we'll automatically post these reviews for you onto your social media. And so the cool thing about that is, like I told you earlier, you know how sometimes like just a great service or, great company, just kind of a bland review will come through and be posting on those other tools. Well, we actually have built-in filtering process, basically qualifying whether this is a review that you'd want to be posted or not, right? So it has to be a certain length, it has to be a certain sentiment, right? Obviously it has to be a 5-star review. We're making sure on our end this is actually a review that you'd want posted. And one thing to note too is that the UI, the user interface here, probably will change. This is something that we'll be launching in beta here shortly, but I won't give a time frame, but soon, we will be releasing this to all of our users. So yeah, you can set your schedule, you can turn on auto posting, turn off auto posting, and then here you'll be able to see your queue. And so I'll come back to your upcoming post, your queue here. First, I want to dive into posting templates. So you can see you've got a feed post template and you've got a story post template. And so you can see all of your templates that I've been playing around with and tested in the past, but you can go ahead and click on create a new template. And from here, you'll see we have just some basic backgrounds for you to use. But for most people, what we probably recommend, if you have the time, is to use some of your own photos, maybe some photos of your team, some photos of y'all out on the job, just some branding photos or anything that shows your company, shows what y'all do, and gives your business a personal touch, right? So I'm going to upload some photos of a beach bonfire company, one of our clients. We helped them get some Google reviews. We're going to go ahead and click on create template here. We uploaded a photo. We're going to create template. So what's going to happen immediately is you can sort between what does a short review look like, what does a medium review look like, and what does a long review look like. And then also what you can see is you can click on this and you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can drag it around. You can see this kind of face got blurred here, and so this is a really large photo. So this is a very high quality image. So what you want to do is you want to drag this size down, and we can see now we're kind of getting out to where we want to be. And now we can basically move it left or right with the horizontal stuff, and we can move it up or down with the vertical stuff. So I want to just barely capture the family in here, and then I want to grab this review up top. You can see this looks pretty stellar. And so we can do this up here. We could always just basically, cut their head off, with the image, and just put this in the center. You can kind of get a gist of it, right? You can make this bigger and you can put it here. I kind of like the idea of having it up in the sky though here. And so this is just giving you an idea of how much flexibility you'll have. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. No, that's perfect size. I'm gonna move it over a little bit, and then I'm gonna move it down a little bit here so we can see the smiling faces, and then we can see that wonderful review right there. And so now this can be something that when you see in your social media, you'll actually be proud of, right? A post that you're actually excited to see. And there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do as well. Like go take some specific photos when you're out on the job or something for this. Maybe like use an employee like pointing off to the side, right? And you can put the review right there. Or use an employee like holding their hands like this, and you can put the review in their hands or something like that. It can look really cool. So let's say you wanted to add your logo to every single one of these photos, or you wanted to add something else to the template. You can just click on add elements here. You can go ahead and upload another photo. This could be your logo. I'm just using this other photo as an example. But you could upload this. You can make it bigger. You can make it in the center, whatever. I guess you could even make a little collage here and have like other photos up here in the top. That kind of looks cool, right? We could just put this in the center. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, let's do this. Let's put the family's face there. Let's put this here. Just kind of drag it around here. Let's add another part of it. Let's see, here we go. We can see the kid throwing sand up in the air. Sweet. Yeah, so you can see we can get really creative with what you want these posts to be like. And then color customization, you can change the color of the stars, like your brand colors. If your brand colors are red or something like that, you can change the color of the text. You can change the background color if you wanted to change the background color to something different to make it look more in line with your branding. So let's say that let's do like a light pink or whatever there. As you can see that, it looks pretty good. You can change the text color, all that sort of stuff. And so now we can demo as what is a long review, short review. And right now, kind of this preview is a little bit small on the page. So you'll see once it blows up later, you'll see this even at this long review stage, it looks really good. And so we can save this and go to the story, right? So let's go check out the story post. So here you can see it's a little bit bigger here. Yeah, see, that's something you'd be proud to see on your social media, right? That looks great. And so you can see you can enable or turn it on or turn off these templates, right? So let's say you just want to create a feed post template, right? You don't really want to create a story post, then you can just turn the story one off. But if you want to, you can go ahead and design this template. You can see the same situation. We need to drag this size out because this photo is really big. And then we can kind of drag it down, drag it over. We probably need to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Let's see. We got it too small now. So now it helps to honestly see the photo. Just go ahead and move that down. So here we go. Now we can make it a little bit bigger. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Move it down a little bit. Move it over to the center. And this is beautiful. Like people would spend like 5 minutes in Canva doing this. You know what I'm saying? And now you're creating templates. So you can create 5 or 10 of these templates, and then we're just going to shuffle through them for you. And so when you get new reviews, you can reuse these templates over and over again. You can always come out and delete a template and add a new template, right? Or change the photos and stuff like that. But you see, this is something that you'd be proud to see on your social media. This looks really good. And I think a key to this, honestly, is quality photos. If it's just your logo or something as the background, it's probably not going to look great. Go grab some quality photos. And I don't say like hire a photographer. I mean, like go, snap some photos on your iPhone or your Android. That'd be perfect. Plenty of quality there. And I think it would be really creative if you start like adding this and this. We can do an example of that here later. Yeah, let's go ahead and save this. Look at that. Those are great. That's something you'd love to see on it. And since we have kind of the built-in, because that's something there was a couple ways you could duct tape some stuff together to make some cool review posts and sort of automate them, but still it was really, really, really hard to make sure it's actually a quality review. And now we're doing all that on our end, so you don't have to worry about it. We'll make sure it's actually a review you want posted, right? And so now you can publish the templates, and now these templates will be listed down here at the bottom. You can see, boom, look how beautiful that is, right? And so when it comes to the review queue, this really comes down to whether you have your posts automated or whether you have them on manual approval, right? Just from this view here, you can kind of click through a couple. And like I said, the user interface here will probably change as it goes into beta testing as we start rolling it out. But you can scroll through and see some of these reviews. But if you click on the review queue, it's basically going to open up your posting queue, and then it's going to open up all your reviews that you can see here, right? So if we go to the posting queue here, you can see we need to approve this one by Zachary Steelman. So we'll go ahead and click on approve. And now you can see we've got the feed and the story. We need to go ahead and approve this post. So let's say for some reason they misspelled something. spelling on the actual review, right? You can just easily come here and say, hey, you know, change that up, or we'll do 5-star review, right? Or businesses, a great service for small businesses, or Lifeline. You can change up the review text here. Obviously, be ethical about this. Don't do anything crazy, but a lot of times people will say something wrong, or they will misspell something, or just it'll look weird. And when you're posting a review, you might want to just fix their spelling for them, right? You know, or it'll be like in weird casing. And so you can come in here and fix all of that for them, and then you can approve the post. And if you wanted to from here, you could just click on post now and go ahead and just post it. So another cool thing is that we have all your reviews pulled in here. And you can go through here and you can choose if there's any old reviews you want to add to your posting queue. And this is even very searchable. So you can say, I remember there was a review by Robin, right? Or you can say, I remember there was a review that talked about how we got them 86 reviews or something, right? Oh, here we go, 86. And so you can go ahead and click on the settings icon here, and you can adjust this post, right? So let's say you don't think this template looks good. Then you just go use a different template, right? You can use a different template with this same review. Let's say you wanted to kind of move this around. You can move it around. Let's say you wanted to make it smaller. You can make it smaller. You can do all of this from the manual approval process, right? The templates are basically going to be what we use automatically if you have automatic posting turned on, right? We're going to use those templates. We're going to shuffle through them, make sure they're good reviews, and post them out. If you have manual posting turned on, then you can come in here and just approve post, or you can come in here and kind of edit each post based off of whatever. And you see this is an example of a really long review. So what we did was we truncated this review. But if you have manual approval on, which honestly I don't recommend manual approval for most people, because most people probably just forget to do it, right? So probably just turn on auto approval, and if you need to, you know, come in here and change something, you can. But you can see this is a really long review. Whoa. It's like magic. Clay and his team work magic when it comes to reviews. I would give them 86 stars if I could. Why? Because 86, how many 5-star reviews we helped acquire. Let's say I want that part to be emphasized. I can just delete that part right there, and I can change what part of the review is being added or being highlighted, and you can just put it there. If it's a really long review, we have to truncate it. We can't make the text like super small where nobody can read it, right? And then you can come in here and approve the post and add it to your queue. And then from the queue, you can say, oh, I don't want Zachary's to be posted today. I actually want, you know, Jeff to be posted today, or I want Doug to be posted today. So you can kind of go through all that. So tentatively, this is what the social media posting tool for Review Harvest looks like. We are so excited about it. We're so excited to see what y'all come up with. Before you go, let's see what it would look like if you have a photo that's like, you know, pointing off to the side like that. I think that would be really cool to do with your employees. All right, let's go ahead and create this template. We're going to upload the custom photo I just found. We're going to use this photo. Once again, it's going to be a really big photo, so I'm probably going to have to zoom out a lot. But if we check it out here, you can see the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a lot smaller. And then I'm going to change the size of this image so I can actually see it, because once again, it was a really big image. I'm going to move it down a little bit. There we go. Move it over. Here we go. Now we're talking. We're going to kind of get that. We can get that second finger out of it almost. So let's kind of zoom in just a touch. It's too much. It's a really big photo. So let's move this over, up, down a little bit. Let's move it over. Keep 2 eyes in it. There we go. So let's move it up just a little smidge, because there's that white spot at the top. There we go. Perfect. And once again, it's smaller on this view. Once you actually go and take a look at it, once you preview it here, it looks bigger. You can see that's a lot bigger. You can see it's a clear my face pointing at it, review. I think that would crush, especially, you know, for your home service businesses. You know, if you're a plumber and you're in front of the toilet, or you're an HVAC company and you're, you know, in front of the system, or you're in front of the ducts, or whatever it is. You know, I think that would work really well. If you're a poop scooping company, get in front of some dog poop or some dogs, and just kind of point, and then you can use that as a review. I think that would be awesome. So I'm just going to disable this story post, because that didn't, you know, create it there, and you can publish a template, and that means that template is good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video just about social media posting, about our new feature coming out soon, very soon. Hesitant to add a timeline because we just want to make sure that when we launch it, it's really good, but it's coming very soon. I'm looking forward to launching this and seeing what y'all come up with. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn how to get some more Google reviews, check out this video right here. I think you'll enjoy it.